Argonauts of the Greece ChoiceOS Mythic Voyage. You just finished the workshop. How do you feel?
Yeah, baby! I would say for me, the biggest challenge in the workshop was dealing with my wishy-washiness and not, stepping into my power as the masculine, with masculine energy, being monolithic and decisive, and guiding my woman in my relationship and also my boys. And so it was a struggle for me to grapple with that, and I'm so glad I did, because I feel amazing, and it's what I needed most for myself, for my own life, my own happiness, and my relationship and family. I feel that I have everything that I came here for, everything. And I'm so excited to go now and live my life now supercharged with all of the gifts from the workshop with my beautiful, amazing wife. And I couldn't be happier.
The biggest challenge for me was to let go of my resistance. And initially, when my views were challenged, I tried to show that I was right. And then I started to feel that something was wrong. And then I started to surrender and give it a chance and dig in myself. And then I found that there are some beliefs that are that are challenging myself, that it took a lot of courage to face them. And finally I found a core belief that has upset my whole life, I now realize, and that is the fear that I'm not good enough. And with this workshop I can choose who I am, and I can choose the strength in myself, because I know I have this strength in me. And to set aside this belief that doesn't serve me was a major breakthrough that made me feel that finally I'm free again. I've sought freedom in all kinds of things in the outer world. But it is in me. I only can set myself free. And this workshop has done an awesome job to help me to see that.
For me, the biggest challenge was to shut up. I realized when I came here, I was a nervous wreck, quoting the Fat Greek. And I realize now, I had a belief that amplifies all of my problems, even if they are small, making them seem like unreachable mountains. And now for the first time I see them for what they actually are. Some things that I can actually just step over. I can just choose another way. And all the questions I have ever had as a kid, as a curious human learning stuff, I got it all. I have all the answers that I wished I had a long time ago. So what the fuck else can I say? Well, thank you. That's all I can say.
My biggest challenge was, as a mother, really seeing how putting myself first actually opens my heart. Because I feel like in society, it's always you see the mom and she has her big mom bun and she's always oh my God, and my kids and my kids and my kids. And it's never about her. And it should be about her. And really opening myself up to myself and choosing me first. I feel like I can even open my heart up to all of these people here more, because I'm me. And I'm really excited and nervous, but I'm like so happy that I have my man beside me to guide me and remind me, because I know that when I go back into society, I'm going to be faced with more challenges, and
Very nice.
But I feel like I have a lot of tools now, and yeah, you're right. That was my biggest challenge.
Biggest challenge for me was overcoming my resistance. I think I learned a lot about myself, this whole other side of me that comes out and doesn't want me to be happy, doesn't want me to succeed. And just realizing and figuring out how that affects me in my life. Getting to do here, contend with it in front of these guys. It's awesome. I'm so happy that I got to do it.
For me, the biggest challenge was probably trust and vulnerability to overcome that. Not only in life, but in myself. I remember the first day here when we were sitting around, I didn't really know anybody that was here, so just imagine trying to be vulnerable in front of people you don't know. It's a very powerful thing, but through the work, I learned that. I began to trust, and I became vulnerable, and with that, my heart and my soul opened, and I was able to make choices to fall in love with myself, which is something that I don't know if I've ever done. So I'm very grateful for the work, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who has the balls to step out and challenge yourself.
For me, the biggest challenge was understand that the internal patterns that maybe served at some point don't serve anymore, and to actually be able to really look at them, face them, and to have the actual opportunity to choose new beliefs and new ways of operating, which sounds very glamorous when you look at the idea, choosing how you want to operate, but in the moment in which you actually have to choose, it's quite frightening up to a certain point. So doing it with people who do the same thing and who put a lot of heart into their work and into their experience helps a lot.
My biggest challenge was, first of all, falling in love with myself, and second of all, after that, understanding that if I take full responsibility, if it's really always my fault, I'm powerful, and that's equally a big act of self-love that I can give to myself. Thank you.
My biggest challenge was to not only love myself, but to put myself really on the number one spot, being the most important person for me, which means putting myself even before my wife, which I would die to protect and love, and to realize, same as Julia, that to be able to love myself the most open up my heart to her even more, and the example with the light, which is shining from within and illuminating everything else. I feel like it was very, very, very tough for me to really do it, really say, okay, I am number one, I love you to death, but you are number two. That was so hard, but when it eventually clicked, I felt even more love, and that's my hardest challenge. That was my hardest challenge. Yeah.
The greatest gift is a feeling of happiness that I have forgotten since my early childhood. It is so expensive, that it is growing bigger and bigger, and it is so much being able to enjoy the moment as it is, that is, actually the greatest gift that you can imagine.
Yeah.
For me, the greatest gift, or one of the many great gifts we got, is that you can't fuck it up. Let's just go for it. You can't fuck it up.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's this term of self-love. I always heard it, read about it, try to practice it, but now I realize loving yourself is not just saying nice stuff in the mirror, right? I am good. I love myself. I have to believe it, right? And now I fucking love myself.
Yeah, I would say for myself as well, definitely falling in love with myself was the greatest gift. And as Sevi was saying, it's something that you go so deep in this workshop to actually go to the depths of every part of you that you thought before maybe was unlovable, and you go there and you love every single part of yourself, and that's what I got out of this. And it was this one of the last puzzle pieces for me before the end of the workshop that I wasn't even expecting, and it just totally opened me up. And the fact that I can love myself now so deeply, again, opens my heart so I can love the people in my life even deeper as well. So definitely the greatest gift for me.
Yeah, I feel like my greatest gift is like reconnecting with Gregory after having kids. You don't realize the invisible wall that can sometimes build up over time because you're putting other people first, and I really feel like I've fallen in love with him again because I fall in love with myself. And yeah, I feel like I just met him and we're like newlyweds, and we're really excited to start a life again. I feel like yeah, being able to trust my man again is the greatest gift that I've gotten here.
For me, it was replacing mistrust with trust, because we live in a world that is pretty upside down. People don't trust their past, their present, their future, their loved ones, their spouses. It's a lot of we are surrounded by a lot of mistrust, and it's like a mind virus. If you have mistrust in your mind, in your choices, nothing good can happen. But if you trust, for sure, only good things will happen. So I would say trust is a great gift, and I will cherish it a lot and use it.
The greatest gift for me that I got out of this workshop is, of course, figuring out who I am and loving myself to the depths of hell and back. But one other thing that is huge for me that I got out of this is the masculinity part, about people thinking that masculinity is this thing that's based around like being buff and being huge and bearded and being like just this ravenous person. But I found that learning to be calm in situations and make intelligent decisions and really guide and lead and be stable and monolithic in an area where most people would crumble is very masculine and very humbling at the same time when you recognize that. So for me, that was a huge step in my personal work. So that's amazing for me.
We used to offer the ayahuasca brew, like the actual drink, but already since many years we haven't been offering the drink. We don't do drugs, but we do offer ayahuasca ceremonies without ayahuasca. Does anybody want to share some of their experiences with this?
Yes.
Like, how did it feel?
Yes. I can share something because I did the ayahuasca brew as well, and it's actually more powerful this way, without it. The focus and the guidance I got in the process to get to the actual point, to have like a clear intention in mind and a clear road to get to the answers is invaluable. When you do like psychotropics, many times you get distracted by the shiny lights and oh, it's so nice, and yeah, it's nice, but you don't get to the point. You don't like solve anything, so it's pointless actually. I got a ton of fucking wins in this workshop and a ton of answers from these in-depth talks with myself, guided by someone that really knows what the hell he's doing. So yeah, it works. It really fucking works.
Yeah, I've also taken the ayahuasca brew, and I never found the true answer. I always, like Sebi, would like get distracted and kind of go on a really interesting adventure, but it was never to the core of like what I was searching for, or what my intention was, like what is that I'm looking for. And there's so much preparation for ayahuasca, like, you know, diets, and there's a lot of recovery time and that. But with the energy, the ayahuasca energy, and bringing the grandmother in the room, we can do like 3 ceremonies in one day, and they're so deep. Like, and like Sebi said, it's so focused, and I feel like basically everyone gets their answer in one ceremony, and I highly recommend doing this. Yeah. It's
I've
amazing.
never done ayahuasca before, so I can't speak to that, but you're thinking about virtual reality and VR goggles, and this is like way beyond that experience of immersing yourself in your subconscious, going to places you never thought possible, and actually not just fixing your life, but amplifying your life, supercharging it. And yeah, I mean, why dabble in child's play when you can really take it up a notch?
For me, I've also never done ayahuasca before. The experience for me was absolutely extraordinary with what happens to your actual physical body while you're doing this. For instance, once you go through one of these ceremonies and you're feeling what you felt, and all the emotions are going up and down, sideways, and every which way you could possibly imagine. You can, you know, if you're in it, you can kind of need help standing up. You're discombobulated a bit, so it is like a drug, because the energy is so high and so powerful, and everybody's in unison, and it's a beautiful thing. So that's my experience.
I also did the ayahuasca with you guys before. I'd never done it with anybody else. So comparing those two, I would say the first ones were already really guided and precise, like your first workshops. But this is way more effective. It's just you get much more out of it in a much more precise way, and you never have the thoughts like, oh, that was the ayahuasca. No, actually, this was actually fully me that went through this whole experience, and the insights and everything. So, yeah, it is also very empowering at the same time.
I also never did ayahuasca before, but I like many aspects of it. First of all, the intention, like some ceremonies went not so well, others went very well, and I think intention was a big part of it. Like, if I truly had the intention to go deep, then it worked. And I passed so many beliefs, and also this thinking, like I really went to the subconscious and truly felt stuff that are in me, and it felt so real. It didn't feel like I should do this, or I should think like this. I truly connected with myself, like with my inner self, and unleashed stuff I didn't knew that was there. So it was like a huge connection, like a huge gateway to myself, and for me it was crazy.
I'd never done ayahuasca before, but I had an extremely surreal experience towards the end of the workshop, where you're literally contending with a different part of yourself and having a conversation with him, and it was surprising, surreal, but just amazing to contend with, and to know it's there. So awesome.
Yeah, I guess another part of doing the ayahuasca without the ayahuasca is you can bring it back yourself. You don't have to take something. You can. It's in you.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I also did quite some ayahuasca sessions, mainly with you, and I had beautiful experiences. I really found answers, but it was hard work. I also had sessions, that were going nowhere, so the spread was much more broad than with the current sessions. And initially I was a bit skeptical because the real ayahuasca sessions were so intense. Could this be replaced by something that I, induce myself? And yes, it works. And first, I really had in 2 sessions ayahuasca-like experiences, like seeing colors and seeing these geometric patterns. So that for me was really eye-opening that my body could be brought in such a state. The second is, I fully agree, this is much more effective because of the combination of guiding and so you are much more focused on finding the answer and staying on the right path, seeking the answers that you are looking for. So yes, I fully agree that this new non-ayahuasca type of ayahuasca ceremony is very powerful.
What would you say to people that watch this and that are afraid of coming?
I would say
from Nike.
I would say let's do it. I would say face the fear.
Just.
And fear is something that is very nice. Actually, it guides us and tells us, what would actually make us most proud in our lives. And I can say from experience that these workshops have really taken me to the depths of some of my greatest fears, and to be able to go on these adventures for my life and conquer them. It's the greatest gift. And or you can just keep on living your life the way you've been living it with Band-Aids, antidepressants here, alcohol there, maybe whatever your, comfort of choice is. Sure, keep on doing that.
Do yourself a favor and stop living with the handbrake pulled up. Just put it down and give it fucking gas.
Yeah.
And it hurts and it's hard, but the greater the difficulty, the greater the reward, right? And this is probably the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. So you can imagine how big the reward is.
I would sincerely encourage people to ask themselves what's there to lose. Because in reality, not much. Don't lose much. You pay some money and you invest some time. That's it. But what you can get out of it is immeasurable.
Invaluable.
Let's put it like this. Yeah. And if we actually honestly ask ourselves what's there to lose and put things on paper and see how much of it is actually bullshit, the answer is pretty clear.
Yeah.
I feel that someone who has the most fear of doing this is probably someone that needs it the most. I think the resistance of going is probably you looking at yourself and saying like, bullshit, and come on, you can do it, or can you do it? And I feel that's when you just need to break down the wall of like, I can't do it, and stop making excuses, and just book it and go for it, and you're gonna live the most wildest adventure, and it's gonna be the beginning of your life, sincerely.
Or just come here and bring your excuses with you.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah. Also, adding to what Julia said, I think the people with the most fears, a lot of the times, are even the ones that get the most out of it after. Like, the change is huge.
Yeah.
And I also want to add, this is not a cult. And I think everybody who thinks that probably is also intelligent enough to determine this for themselves. So just come and try it out. If you think it's a cult, you can, disappear or whatever.
Quite the opposite of a cult, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say, if you're struggling with something and you've been working on something yourself, whether it's self-help books, or you've got psychotherapy, or you've been to counseling, or you're on antidepressants or alcohol, or you're doing a lot of this stuff and you have questions that you feel like aren't getting answered in a way, I would just like to challenge them and just dare yourself to jump, to try something new, to try anything to save and love yourself. And this is where I would start, because this is where I started. And I was in the same position as a lot of those people, so that's what I would recommend. And I would highly recommend it.
Okay.
I thought this was a cult.
Came anyway.
But I figured it out.
Hoping it's a cult.
But the more time or the more exposure I had to it, the more you realise it's just not. Yeah, I guess all you can say is that you will be challenged, but you're not going to get hurt at the end of the day. It's all for you. So.
I felt amazingly safe with you guys. All I can say is, this shit is real from the first hug you get from a Tierra Mítica. When you get the first hug, you're like, whoa, okay. Like something deep inside of you knows it can get out and it's safe. No matter how bad you feel, no matter what you do, you'll be safe. I was like freaking out. Well, I don't remember on which day. I think you guys heard me like yelling to the sunset. Like I had very big resistance, and I came back, and Benji just felt me, and was like, "You okay, man?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Let's go start a party." And he told me I can dance it off. Never thought about it. Like I feel troubled, I want to sit in a corner and be sour and so on, right? And I did the opposite, and my heart just opened, and then a whole party started, and we had, guys, how much fun we had with no alcohol, no drugs, no nothing.
Yeah.
So much
It was
fun.
nice. We get high anyway.
Yeah.
I actually felt high,
Yeah.
like I was a kid dancing to music for the first time, like fucking beautiful. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I would like to say about trust. First of all, for me, at the beginning, it was a little bit difficult because we are here for ourselves, but also my wife is here. So it was a little bit tough for me at the beginning to really let go of that and trust you guys with her and like ignore all that stuff around her. If she's cold, is she like, I don't know, whatever, like all that stuff. And then secondly, I've shared with you guys and you guys shared with me stuff I could have never imagined to talk and say to another soul. So
Oh yeah.
this whole place has so much trust, like so intertwined. We know stuff about each other we would have never guessed to tell like any other soul.
We
So-
know each other better than our parents do.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's a huge indication that there's trust in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good one.
The thing for me about the situations that are going to happen, and nobody knows what they're going to be until they happen, yourself included. Is when you have these moments of rage or hate or shame or guilt, and you're kind of in your zone and feeling all these feelings. The people around you that you get to know, and the hosting team and the people that are running the workshop, they hold space for you in a way that not a lot of people do. Automatically, people assume you're in trouble. They want to come up and give you a hug, and they want to like take care of you, and they want to like, you know, give you this. But you can have the space here, and they know when you need it. They know when to stay away. They know when to give you your space, but they also know when you need a hug or you need to have a quick chat or something like that. So the space for me was very, very safe, and being able to be vulnerable in a way that you can really dig deep inside yourself is something to be proud of. So yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, from the moment you arrive, you're really taken care of. Every detail is taken care of, and the food is amazing, and they make your bed like your mommy or your daddy would or whatever, and like you can have a hug anytime you want, and you're just like, it's like a warm blanket. It's just like they provide a place where you can just open up and you can flourish, and you can, if you fall down on the ground, like, you know you're not going to be there forever. Like
it's not just like, forget about just being safe. You feel loved.
Yeah, you feel loved.
You feel their love through the care that Julia mentioned, but the hugs, and the tough love too, right? That we don't get in the outside world anymore. And that to me is one of the greatest gifts as well, is that tough love where someone's willing to love you enough to tell you something even if it might hurt you. Right? And then if it hurts you, it's on you, right? And you can grow. So all of the gushy love, all the tough love, all the love, not just safe, not just feeling safe, but feeling the love.
On a less profound note, I would say that it was actually a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And I think this is how actually learning is supposed to be. If you remember how we learned stuff when we were children, it was fun, always. No matter how many times we struggled or we felt on our nose, it was fun.
Like, now you finished your workshop, how do you feel about what's ahead?
Like a kid with adult capabilities.
Let's go!
I feel ready to explore and be great and dare, jump, love, frolic, and just live my best life with full enthusiasm, with no regrets or shame or guilt about anything that I want to fucking do. I'm going to do all the things that I've always been afraid to do. I'm going to talk to people I've never met. I'm going to love harder. I'm going to look at the sunset differently. I'm going to swim naked. I'm going to...
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to do it all. And this workshop has given me the ability to do that. So I'm very excited to step back into life and take it by the horns. And just, like they say in my country, just fucking give her, bud.
And in English?
Let her buck.
For me, the future opens up. Like, the best part is still to come, and it feels like thrilling. All the choices are open, and choices that I didn't know existed, and it is amazing. And now I see why this workshop is called the Mythic Voyage, because the future now becomes mythic again. Like it was when I was a child.
Yes. There's only one thing left to say.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da.